There's the clock on the left there, which just reminds the lifter in the back room how much time he's got. Exactly a minute now. Now he's not going to be attempting to break any of Sergei Zertsov's Russian world records, or I should say the Russians, the world records that the Russian holds. 225 kilos, the world record, set in Sokolov in the European Championships last May. So here we go with 195. And this time it's a good lift. So he really gets that above his head, and that'll be a mighty relief for him, because he's now possibly, well, definitely going to get his total, in fact. One more time. Just works a little bit to get the clean. And a couple of steps sideways, but Kroll convincing enough, and he gets 3 white lights. So tactics coming into play again now. Looks as if Kroll's going to take his 3rd lift. And there's a good few years of weightlifting experience here. Just so not his turn. Zawadzki of Poland has put the bar up to 200. So that means that Kroll also will attempt 200 kilos. Zawadzki, that was the weight he entered, but he's going to go higher than that. So Kroll is going to come out for 200 now. And whilst he does that, he's got a minute in which to do this lift. Just to confirm to you the medals in the snatch: Sergei Zertsov taking the gold, Viktor Tregubov of Russia taking the silver, so Russia 1st and 2nd, and Agvan Grigoryan getting the bronze medal for Armenia, lifting 180 kilos, but being lighter than Mukhran Gojia of Georgia, and by virtue of body weight getting the bronze medal. So Kroll now, 200 kilos he lifted in the Europeans when he finished in 6th place. No, didn't get it up there high enough. We're We'll get a chance to have a look at that in a minute. He finishes on 195 to go with the 165. Now, waiting for the jerk and the arms. Not established in the locked position either. So another 2.5 kilos for Krzysztof Zawadzki, 23-year-old, who lifted 165 in the snatch. Zawadzki quite a way down the order. In fact, when you take his performance into account with the B group, that's the less ambitious lifters who worked earlier today, he's back down in 14th place overall. Oh, he just manages to get that right leg under, but not to the satisfaction of the judges. Let's have a look at the arms, the clean. Okay, his elbow's just a little bit low, and definite movement on the left arm, I'd say. Might see more clearly from the overhead. You can see the bar there right across the shoulders, splits. Eventually gets the feet there, but watch for the arms now. Yes, maybe double press, slight, but nonetheless there on the left arm. And so that's a failure. The key to tonight's competition could well come down to body weight, because when we get to the men who've put in the heavier weights as their target figures, there will be very little between certainly the two Russians. That looks a little better. And Zawadzki gets 3 white lights this time. McLean was more efficient, less wasteful in energy and effort. And the jerk, much more quickly established. So plenty of German support for this young man, just 20, a real promising junior. Mario Kalinka lifted 165 in the snatch. For him, this is very important experience. Junior world silver medalist behind Sheslanikov, who's not lifting. And he hoists that above his head. the junior world record holder in the jerk at 213 kilos. Well, he hasn't got to that yet. Arms nicely positioned here, really drives up there. Just a few steps to steady. But this is a nice lift by Kalinka. Comes from Stralsund near Rostock, near the Baltic Sea. Good start by him. Kalinka was only 4th in the Junior World Championships in 1993, but last year grabbed the 2nd with that new world record in the clean and jerk. And the German Kalinka really, in a way, replacing Igor Sadikov, who was 4th in the 93 World Championships, but not able to lift. He's out with a knee ligament injury. So at 207.5, Emelianov, and this pretty important for him. This is the man who had 3 failures in the snatch. Now, has he put that all out of his mind? What do they think of that? Good enough. And visibly a lot more control by the officials tonight. Karapetyan for Armenia. Remember, this is class is 99 kilos, and Karapetyan 94.68. So he really is one of the light men, moving up really from 91 kilos. So 207.5 for the man who finished 4th in last year's Worlds in the 91 kilo category. He lifted 215 kilos at that weight. $210 now on the bar. This is Metin Kadir of Bulgaria. Kadir, who was looking to lift more than 175, but that's what he had to settle for in the snatch. Currently in 8th place going into the clean and jerk. Good lift and punches the bar, a little characteristic of his. Now Rybelchenko of the Ukraine, Stanislav Rybelchenko of the Ukraine, in 6th place after the snatch, just behind the Armenian Karapetyan, the lighter man, and it's that difference in body weight that gave Karapetyan the 5th place ahead of Rybelchenko. Now, both men having lifted 177.5 in the snatch. held the split, and that looks as if it's okay. And the 23-year-old gets a good first lift. Bar, I think, staying at 210. Yes, it does. So now the other Armenian, Agvan Grigorian, 25 years of age. Grigorian, bronze medal in the snatch, having lifted 180 kilos and just that little bit lighter than Mukhan Gojia of Georgia. Tall man, and gets his opening lift. So Belarus and Oleg Christo will be the next man out onto the platform. Also looking to open at 210. Christo. After the snatch. Down in 9th place, only lifted 172.5. Having said that, 2.5 kilos more than he lifted in the Europeans. Christo, so third in the world rankings coming into these championships. But just to relate that, 387.5 kilos as a total compared with Zertsov's 415. So it's a big gap for him to close, even though he is third in the rankings. It shows how superior Zertsev is currently this season. Nonetheless, Christo, can he put this one away? Yes, this will be fine. Good clean, nice position on the elbows. And then just brings that left leg under to complete the base. Now, Krzysztof Zawadzki, successful at 202.5, but at the second attempt, so this is his final lift of the evening, 210. Poland yet to really figure in these World Championships. Still a couple of days left, but competition really tough, particularly the lifters who were once clustered together under the banner of the Soviet Union, now representing their individual republics. No, never really got that bar anywhere near high enough. And 202.5 is what he's going to have to settle for. So just taking a little bit of a time to warm up to the decisive lifts. But having said that, I think it's going to be worth waiting for. Zertsev, the man in form with the moment, all the advantages. Now Gottfried, first appearance for him in the clean and jerk, 212.5 on the bar. Moving up steadily all the time. 12.5 kilos away from the world record. Gottfried, 7th after the snatch, also on 177.5, but heavier than Rybolchenko and Karapatyan. So Gottfried starts with a good lift. That gives him a little bit of an advantage over his closest rivals. And the two Russians who dominated the snatch really are talented men. Tregubov, the defending champion, also the Olympic champion in 100 kilos back in Barcelona. Zertsev, the Olympic silver medalist in the 90 kilo category 2 years ago. So it looks as if the Georgian is going to put the weight up. Kozia, which means that the plan has to change again, and the coaches have to be alert to all these different changes. And I just wonder whether Kozia, who did actually bang his elbow on the snatch, didn't really bang it actually, but certainly strained it. Kozia, 4th in the snatch. Kalinka with his own personal group of encouragement. Here he comes onto the stage. Just to remind you, 213 kilos was the junior world record that he set. This is second lift. Well, it wasn't the best lift he'll ever do in the world, but it did the job at the end of the day. It's a different story altogether when you come into the senior ranks. But Petrov last night, Mark Huster the night before for Germany, Petrov of course for Russia. Two young men already making the headlines, and Kalinka, a little way to go, but might well be one of the men to watch at Atlanta in the Olympic Games in '96. Meanwhile, Vladimir Emelianov for Belarus. Oh, really struggling now and using a lot of effort. He'll do well if he lifts this. No. 212.5 just might prove a bit too much. Lifted this weight in the World Championships in Melbourne, in which he finished 5th 12 months ago. But the strength in the legs not there. So I think Metin Kadir of Bulgaria has called it a day. We'll just wait and see whether that's confirmed. Emelianov, though, he's going to have another crack at this, and then the bar will most probably move up. Now, to get this weight, he really needs to get a very smooth, economical clean and conserve as much strength as he can for the jerk. No, beyond him tonight. And he finishes with 207.5, but of course no total, and I suppose by his standards a miserable evening. That's the way it goes sometimes. And 15 kilos on the bar for the Armenian. Karapetyan, Alexan Karapetyan. Well, this is what he lifted in the 91 kilo class in the European Championships. But of course, moving up now, his body weight this evening. 94 kilos, 94.68 kilos. Plenty of time, just pacing around. See the feet go under the bar. Gets the thumb established, then brings the fingers over. Settling. Drives. Good lift. Two very straight arms, and that's an effective second lift. Big increase, 7.5 kilos. He opened at 207.5. Very reminiscent in a way of Kakashvili, is Karapetyan, his teammate, in terms of the lifting of the clean and jerk. Well, this is Kadir, so he's still with us. I think it might well be Goggia, as we thought earlier on, who's called it a day. Good lift. So far from retiring, gets 215 and is very pleased with that. So Bulgaria's man gets a very good lift, has to work for it a little bit, but he enjoys every success. So here's Karapetian trying 215. Or I should say Grigorian. This is his second lift. Nope, not to be. So at the moment, Kadir has 215 kilos. Kadir's body weight 98.04. But Karapetian, of course, 94 kilos, so just at this moment he leads in the clean and jerk. But still, Zertsov and Tregyubov to make their moves. Second attempt for Christo. 210, did that well enough. Christo down a bit after the snatch with 172.5 in 9th place, so if he wants to try and attack the bronze medal position overall, he needs to pile on the weight now. No, and he's not going to do it, and brings it back down on his chest. It's getting very much near his level, Christo. 217.5 was what he lifted in the clean and jerk in Sokolov. But now the focus of attention is going to be on Mario Kalinka. Kalinka, who lifted 212.5, and I think he's going for 215, which would be a new junior world record. Well, in fact, before Kalinka gets his chance at that, it's going to be Grigorian taking his third attempt, as you can see for yourselves. Kalinka, by no means one of the light men. He's 98.66 kilos, so, as I said, very much experience for the German, but let's concentrate now on Grigorian. So Agvan Grigorian, he's got one medal tonight. He'll be pleased with that. But he certainly isn't with the clean and jerk. I think that says it all. Really annoyed, to say the least, with himself. Never got any power into that at all, and it was never going anywhere near his chest for the clean. So 217.5 means that Kalinka may have even more ambition, as here's Rybolchenko, Stanislav Rybolchenko from the Ukraine, 23-year-old lifter, currently 6th overall, one of 3 men on 177.5 kilos. Feet just about still. Good lift, but only 2-1, giving it. But once the decision is made, it stands. So now, the next man we're going to see on stage is going to be Mark. No, it's not. I keep thinking that he's going to come in, but there are other men and they're lifting in the order in which they were drawn. So here's Gottfried. 212 the first time, 217.5 now. So a failure there for Gottfried. He has one more. Well, this will be a new junior world record, new junior best in German terms as well. 217.5 kilos. And this would also equal the total for the junior world record. Yes, it's going to be there. Just needs to hold those feet still. Now, did he get it? By 2-1, only just, it was narrow. 5, and Mario Kalinka collects another junior record, but is now a man to note for the years to come in the senior ranks. And Karapetian in real trouble there. The bar right across the windpipe. I think he'll be all right in a minute. Just bringing him round. And attention very quickly in there. He'll be okay. Build them tough. 217, just now look at the bar. When it resettles on the shoulders, it's right across the clavicle. And really cuts the, and he's got absolutely nothing there. He's really losing consciousness. But they're very quick in, and he'll be all right. Christo now. Same weight as Karpetian. Third lift. Failed 215, and he's pushed this up, so he's being ambitious to 217.5, but he has done it this season. Now, good split. Can he bring that leg forward? Needs to get that underneath the bar, and that's a good lift. 217.5, good effort there, and he deserves the congratulations of his coaches and his colleagues. European silver medalist, 7th in the world, and that will help his cause. Gives him 390 Christo as a total for the moment. But as he, that is Christo, takes the lead, albeit temporarily, onto the stage comes the man who's effectively leading this year's World Championship. Sergei Zertsov, already the gold for the snatch and a record. .220. His own world record set in the European Championships, 225. So he's looking for that as well as the victory. He really is in sparkling form. There's more there. Now 2-1. Little smile. He's not worried about the one dissenter. Let's have a look at the arms. Do they look all right? A little low on the elbows, but that looks good to me. Now, his great rival, the world champion, the defending world champion. Last year, Chagubov was the lighter of the two men. Tonight, it's Zertsov by 0.04 of a kilo. Zertsov 98.46. Chagubov weighed in 2 hours ago at 98.5. So it really puts the... And he can't do it. So, no, and the arms never locked out. So the advantage really does pass to Zertsov. So, and a big setback for Chagubov. Lifted 222.5 in Melbourne to win the jerk. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Not that a good lift wouldn't put right just at this moment. That little, see the protections there, maybe some torn skin on the hands from the bandaging. Remember, these men just about 15.5 stone, 218 pounds, 99 kilos. That's the weight they have to be inside. And did the bar touch the knees on the way up? That's a no lift. That's why the jury buzzed straight away. Yes, I think that's... So Chagubov will take a rest while Kadir tries this weight for his third and final lift. He's lifted quite well, 210, 215, and now looking for 220. Kadir lifted 175, so 220 would give him 395, and he would go into the lead in the overall title chase. That, of course, is if he lifts this. But he doesn't. And the clean is okay. Just a little bit of a fight to get there, but not the strength to chuck the bar above his head. So he finishes with 215 plus his 175, which gives him 390. So 390 for Kadir. Christo, though, is the lighter man, so he still leads as Rybolchenko looking also for 220. So this for a total of 397.5. Oof. And really caught himself. And these really heavy weights now. Backstage to be patched up. Oh, and just, yes, he just couldn't hold it, and the bar, full weight came down on that left leg. Oh, this is painful to watch. $220 kilos, 484 very heavy pounds. Now Gottfried, still on this weight, third attempt. Nice clean, got there well, just a bit too much. And he failed at 217.5, so he took the chance, but as it is, his clean and jerk weight drops back to 212.5, only 19. And some improvement in this man, I fancy. Tregyubov, third attempt at 220. Now this is crucial. The world champion will not get a total unless he makes this lift. And it's not just a total, forget about the world records. He won't make a medal in the clean and jerk or the total. That was better though. The whole thing's better, and the judges are going to give him that. 220 kilos. Finally, Tregyubov gets his total. Lifted 185 in the snatch. So now has a total of 405. And that's as far as he can go because his lifts are over. and that's 2.5 kilos less than he lifted when he won the title in Melbourne 2.5 years ago. And so really the title is now there for the taking. Sergei Zertsov, the man who was the silver medalist 12 months ago, now can take 2 more golds for the clean and jerk, and the overall total 225.5 kilos on the bar. The significance of the half kilo is that that would be the world record. So 100 kilos. Those red weights represent 100 kilos each on each end of the bar, plus the bar itself at 20 kilos, plus the 2 collars, one at either end. They collectively weigh 5 kilos. So this lift is for the gold medal in the clean and jerk, the gold medal overall, and a new world record. Now, is that going to be given? If it is, he's got the complete set, and it is.